Hi, Mike here from Two Lads on a Laptop, and welcome to part 2 of our Pachelbel's Canon series, where last time we decided to make a unique version for solo cello. Time for a recap. This piece is simply an 8-note bass line, usually played by the cello, that starts the piece and then repeats. If we capture that and loop it, then the cellist is free to play the more interesting upper part as well. If we capture the upper part, delay it, and play it back 2 bars and then 4 bars later, we have the complete piece performed by just one player. The piece simply consists of one lead line that's looped at the start and delayed twice against itself throughout the rest of the piece. You just need a loop pedal and a delay pedal, which makes me think that Pachelbel was rather ahead of his time. And he's a bit of a rock star really, a pretty cool one at that. Anyway, we've now started to call the piece Pachelbel's Loop and Delay in D. Since our last video, I've been working on the laptop to create a software patch for our loop and delay lines. Using a program called MacMSP, you can see the back-end programming here. It's a little bit messy. Here it is tidied up a bit. And finally, here's the front end. Meanwhile, Nick has been practicing some of the higher passages. And remember, these were originally written for violin, not cello. So, taking a look at the front end of the software, here's how it should work. In standby mode, the visual metronome starts so that Nick can match the speed exactly for when he starts playing. When he starts playing the ground bass, the software goes into ground bass mode, capturing the line and looping it, just as if it was going through a loop pedal. Next we go into continuo mode so that Nick can insert some accompanying harmony, usually provided by a harpsichord or lute. This is the only real departure from Pachelbel's original, in that Nick has to play the continuo separate to the bass line before moving into the canon melody. The continuo and bass then loop together for the rest of the piece. Next we move to the canon mode. Nick plays the main line from beginning to end, whilst the software captures the performance, delays it by 2 sets of 2 bars, and plays it back as an accompaniment to the main line, giving us the complete canon. Finally, when Nick gets to the last bar, we hit end mode on the software and everything stops, leaving Nick to play a final live chord to end the piece. But does it work? Well, Nick has sent me a recording and video of him playing the first 16 bars so I can try it out through the software. Here's the results. I'll shortly be producing a tutorial on how to create this, which should serve as a decent intro into MacMSP for those who'd like it. For those who just want to replicate our version of Pachelbel's Canon in D for solo cello, you'll be able to download a free working version of this patch in due course. Well, for a first test, that went a lot better than I imagined it would. Now I can't wait for Nick to finish practicing those tricky high bits so that we can video a full performance for you. Until the next video, take care.